Hello everyone, welcome to this series on discovering and monetizing your innate ability. My name is Precious. If you're just coming along by the podcast for the first time, please do well to subscribe to the channel that you are watching this or listening to this from. All right, let's get right into it. Now, want to talk about discovering and monetizing your innate ability. I think there are keywords from this that I would like to point out, which is discover, monetize, innate ability, right? I have three keywords from this topic, which is discover, monetize, and innate ability. Now, I'm going to start from the last, which is innate ability, and I'm going to explain it as simple as I can so that even a layman can understand what I'm saying. All right? Now, your innate ability is what I'll call your follow package in a layman's word, right? Your follow package. These are the giftings that you have in you, all right? These are the, the natural giftings that you have. You didn't do anything special to be able to do these things that I'm talking about. Now, your innate ability can be something you might even be overlooking, maybe even at the point of this podcast, right? You might not be looking at it as something big, but it could be something big when you look at it from my point of view. So your innate ability is what you can do effortlessly with ease, with little or no knowledge. All right. Examples of innate ability is, let me use for example, ladies. There are some ladies that naturally know how to braid hair. They didn't go for any school, they didn't do any training, they just know how to do it. There are some people that are naturally good with maths, right? They don't struggle with sums and calculations. Some people are smooth talkers. They can, hold a conversation effortlessly. They don't need to do much to get people's attention. These little things are innate abilities. These things that I talk of right now are things that you do with ease. Some people are excellent organizers. They can sit down and organize a whole event from scratch without any formal knowledge on it. These are giftings that you have been blessed with. So now, talking about discovering it and monetizing it is another ball game together. All right. Now, if you are listening to me and you are yet to discover, I want you to take a moment and think about the things that you can do with it, no matter how little they are. It can be, oh, you're a good talker, you know how to speak well, right? You know how to sing well, you know how to name it. Just think, take a moment to reflect on yourself and find out the things that you do with ease. Maybe you can cook well, or you can, or just think about something now, just in a moment, right? About what you can do with ease. These are your innate abilities. Now, if while you are doing this, you can't find something that you can do with ease, look at it from this angle. Look at it from the angle of what kind of things that interest you. What are the things that spark your curiosity? What are the things that make you want to learn something? So for somebody like me, when I was growing up, I noticed that I loved gadgets, right? Any new device, any new item, I first of all go find the manual and just look at it, right? Or look around the gadget and see, try to figure out how it operates. And so it's just things that spark my interest, right? So think along those lines. You must see something. Now, immediately you identify this thing that either sparks your curiosity or you can do it is write it down on paper. Now, in this series, I'm going to be making reference to scripture a lot because, it has a whole compendium of wisdom embedded in it. Now, the reason I said you should write it down because Habakkuk 2:2 says you should write the vision, make it plain, so that whoever reads it will run with it. Now, it is just a thought. The moment you have an idea or something comes to your mind that you know that is something that you find interesting, write it down on paper, so that as you go further and as you start looking at how can we discover it, how can we monetize it, you can flesh out on that idea. All right. Now there is a portion of the scripture that says, neglect not the giftings that is in you. Now, these things, like I said earlier, they are not things you struggle to do. They are things you do with ease. You don't need to go to a formal school. You don't need to go to somewhere or special training to do these things, right? So think about it in a moment, all right? And I'll see you at the next.